Hey kids, welcome back to another exciting episode of KWJUDAS.
Eu vou procurar um lugar melhor de se viver, um cantinho na beira do mar. E se Deus quiser, quando eu encontrar, vou te levar. Lá vai ser nosso lugar. Vou seguir uma estrela, uma luz, ou quem sabe a vontade de te ver. E quando a noite chegar, vou tocar a canção que eu fiz pra você na beira do mar. Ai, 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 na beira do mar. Oh, yeah, na beira do mar. Ai, 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 na beira do mar. Tenho vontade de seguir viagem, tenho vontade de partir a pé. Minha viola vai ser minha bagagem e minha força vai ser minha fé. Eu vou seguir uma estrela, uma luz, ou quem sabe a vontade de te ver. E na noite chegar, vou tocar a canção que eu fiz pra você na beira do mar, na beira do mar, na beira do mar, do mar, do mar, na beira do mar, na beira do mar, na beira do mar, do mar, do mar, do mar. KWJUDAS.
Hi guys, I'm Judas here with Diego Campos and our good friend Mary Jane. Diego is a long-time established friend of ours. I think I met you through City Limits back when I used to book shows at City Limits. If you haven't noticed, this is our third episode of the 6th season of KWJUDAS. This is probably like the 18th time the show has been resurrected and reared its ugly head once again. And this time, of course, obviously due to the epidemic and everything, most of the guests throughout this season are going to be friends of mine, local musicians who I've known for a long time, most of them. We have a couple of touring acts coming through this season, but most of them are people around here who I actually haven't had the opportunity to get on the show yet. You know?
Luckily, you have lots of friends, right, my friend?
Lots of musician friends.
Yeah, exactly.
Enough to make up a whole new season just about.
Absolutely.
And yeah, a lot of these guys are, because we've had so many touring bands over the years, that kind of occupies most of the shows. And so now kind of it's a little bit different, you know? We get to do things, we could finally have time to get guys like you and Boris and Christian Asplund and tons of our other good friends here that play music together. So that being said, I am going to probably ask a couple of questions that you know I already know, just kind of on the audience's behalf.
Yeah, absolutely.
And also some stuff that, you know, I guess I've always kind of been curious about and even like we've never really talked about much.
Yeah, I love that.
So what was that first song you just played?
That one, it's called Ananda.
What does that mean?
Yeah, it's actually that song. It's one of the few songs I play. That one, it's on my last album, but it's not mine. It's my friend Ulysses. That's my old band song that we played in Brazil before I moved here.
When was that?
So and that was 15, 16 years ago, I think. When we have the original recording on YouTube and all the digital platforms. If if you look for Diego Brazuka and Ananda, it was the name of his daughter. That, funny enough, he didn't know that was not his daughter later on after he made the song. But then he got another daughter that was actually his, and he named that daughter Ananda as well. And that he felt like that song was actually made it for his biological daughter, of course. But
Damn.
Crazy story, right?
That is. How do you just all of a sudden find out, wait a minute, you're not my daughter?
I know, right? Like it's a long story. Poor Ulysses. I'm glad he doesn't speak English. He would never know, like, what they're telling this.
Well, we don't have to get into details too much now.
Yeah.
But being the fact that a lot of your lyrics are in Brazilian, that means you have to tell us stories and stuff.
Yeah. Like, so that song in particular, it's a song. Ananda, it's the name of the daughter, but it does talk about like looking for a new, making life changes and looking for a new place that you feel like you belong. So at the time, I think it was good. I'm a foreigner. I'm Brazilian living in Utah, from Rio to Utah. So,
Rio.
Yeah, crazy change. Like crazy cultural changes and stuff like that. And I'm an artist that sings in Portuguese here, and it's funny enough, I have like the feedbacks, and it's always been great. So I consider Utah my home part of my, I'm Utah. Is that how you say as well?
How long have you been in Utah?
I think it's
as a resident.
I think it's 13 years now. Yeah, around that. So
should I not ask your age?
I'm gonna be 37 in November.
Right.
So,
You're like around a year or two of my age.
Yeah.
I'm not going to disclose my age, though.
That's all right. I know I look like
I am an apostle. I am the deceiver of the Lord and Savior. I am Judas the Christ. Yeah. So I'm pretty old. Yeah. Not as old as the wizard, who unfortunately cannot join us tonight, folks.
Yeah.
It's just me and Diego and our imaginary audience.
Talking about wizard, we've been planning doing this show like since you was at Wizards, right? Like it's been 3 years or so we've been talking about doing this episode.
And he misses it.
Yeah.
I hope Element 11 is real fucking fun.
All I have to say is that Wizard,
you're gonna come back with the clap.
I want to play.
No, you can't play that song tonight.
Yeah.
He's not here and he's not coming.
Exactly.
Speaking of which, let's have another one.
Yeah, so why not? Let's play the wizard, right? Let's play the wizard.
Oh, gross. All right, wizard, this one's for you. This is what you get for not showing up, you bloody bastard.
Wizard, come out to play. Wizard, come out to play. Out to play. Wizard, come out to play. Wizard, come out to play. Out to play. Sai da cartola, meu irmão. Sai da cartola e vem brincar com o samba. Sai da cartola que eu te mostro minha ginga de bamba. Sai da cartola, meu irmão. Sai da cartola e vem brincar com o samba. Sai da cartola que eu te mostro minha ginga de bamba. Wizard, come out to play. Where are you, wizard? Wizard, come out to play. Out to play, wizard.
Behold,
Come out to play.
I am the wizard.
Wizard, come out to play. Out to play. Behold.
I'm doing ecstasy with hippies in the desert. You should join me.
Me and my broken rib. Inside joke.
Oh,
Sai da
Pussy.
cartola, meu irmão. Sai da cartola e vem brincar com samba. Sai da cartola que eu te mostro minha ginga de bamba. Sai da cartola, meu irmão. Sai da cartola e vem brincar com samba. Sai da cartola que eu te mostro minha ginga de bamba. Come out to play. Come out to play. Come out to play. Wizard, where are you? Wizard, come out to play. Wizard, wizard. Thank you.
I'm like the only guy clapping. How embarrassing.
He's lying. The studio's full today. We don't care about.
Yeah. They just
everybody with their COVID test, of course.
They're not allowed to clap because they might
spread
their lack of COVID.
Yeah.
They might spread their vaccination all over everybody, and that's killing more people than the disease. Supposedly.
Yeah. Let's not get into details on that before they take this show.
You know what sucks is no matter what my opinion could or would be about the disease or the vax or anything else, you're going to get hated for whatever you're about to say.
Right. That's true. Yeah. That's the haters' generation.
All I can say is, you remember when we were kids, and like before you'd go to elementary school or whatever, and they had, different shots that you had to go to, like measles, mumps, and rubella, all that you had to get before you went to. My
youngest just got hers before she started school.
Right, and that's standard. And then I remember when we got into junior high, there was some other stuff. There's always like more vaccinations and tests and stuff for scoliosis and all that stuff. And this is no different, folks. This is no different. Yeah. And you're like that whiny little fat kid at the front of the line whose mom is embarrassed to have him, who won't shut up and stop whining that he has to get a little shot. It's just a little dead arm, guys. And if you shut up and be good, I'll take you out for ice cream later. Okay? All right, now enough of that.
Yeah. That's Judas' opinion, guys.
I'm pissed off because Lightning Bolt was supposed to happen tonight, okay? I'm supposed to be at Lightning Bolt. Oh. Now, you might not know who that is, but I have not been able to see these guys. I've been wanting to see these guys for over 10 years. All my friends who are into them, I got their CDs, and I'm like, oh, their CDs are okay. But they're like, oh, you got to see them live. You got to see them live. And then I finally heard they were coming. I got 2 tickets in advance, motherfuckers. Not just 1, 2.
Wow.
And guess what's not happening tonight? Guess where I'm at? I'm hanging out with you, Diego.
I know. I'm
not watching Lightning Bolt. Because a bunch of pussies are going to cry about having to get a shot. You guys blew it. You blew it for me. And if Primus gets canceled, I'm going to be fucking pissed.
Well,
okay, now we're done.
I'm glad to be here on this epic show.
I mean, it's not like I don't want to be hanging out with you, Diego.
This rant's going to be viral. I know. Someone, make a little, clip out of it.
Hashtag shut the fuck up, Judas.
Yep.
Let's have another song.
Let's see where we can play. So last year we entered singer-songwriter competition for Brazilian artists living in the U.S.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah.
So and you guys won.
We won, yeah.
First place?
First place.
Hell yeah. Was there a second or third, or was it just winner takes all?
Yep, second and third. Actually, the second place was also from Utah.
Cool.
Her name is Audrey V.
Is this like a national, international?
Yeah, it was 150 other bands.
From all over the world?
All over the U.S.
Oh, just the U.S.?
Yeah.
So, okay, that's still pretty
amazing. They also had a bunch of entries as well that didn't make it.
Right.
So yeah, we took the first place. We got a new recording. And
what did you win?
We won this new recording with a really high-end studio from Florida. They distribute the whole thing. They did all the publishing.
So they just did one song, or just give you a certain amount of time?
Yeah, it was the deal was they were planning on something smaller. They didn't know that the whole competition would turn out into something huge. It became like a little online reality show.
Wow. Who was throwing this whole
COVID version of The Voice or something like that, or American Got Talent, So they were all of the people promoting it. They were really famous producers and artists from Brazil that lived in Florida.
Right.
Yeah, so those guys with this really amazing resume, and the studio that we recorded, they are also they won Grammys and everything like that. So
they were the ones that were putting the whole thing together?
Yeah, they put the whole thing together. Then
cool.
we filmed a video in Brazil that's already out for that one. Steve and I, we went to Brazil and we filmed at the beach, so it was pretty cool.
What's the name of that song?
It's called
Amar
é Bom. If you look for Diego Brazuka, it will pop up. Even the live version, the entry that we did in the video, that's also available on YouTube.
Amar é Bom?
Amar é Bom. Amar é Bom. Oh. Yeah. So it talks about bombing the world with love. Cliche. I know you love that, but it's
bombing the world.
Yeah.
With love.
With love. Yeah.
Oh.
That's the direct
Diego.
translation, but the song goes much. I think if I could translate the whole lyrics, I think it would fit perfect for the moment we're living right now. So.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, and we're also invited to play on this Brazilian festival. It's called the Brazilian Day in Orlando next year. Of course, this year because of COVID, and last year we didn't make it, but it is a festival for like 20,000 people, so it's pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
well, hopefully that happens next year.
Me too.
Diego Campos, KWJUDAS, Free Radio Provo.
Brazuka. Eu vou bombardear de amor seu coração. Vou te mostrar que amar é bom. Vou te mostrar que amar é bom. Eu vou bombardear de amor seu coração. Vou te mostrar que amar é bom. Vou te mostrar que amar é bom. Cidade tensa, a Babilônia da vida real. Eles tampando a cara, sorrir é coisa rara. E o ódio tem rede social. Mas, oh meu Deus, será verdade que da lama nasce flor? Água mole, pedra dura, a gente cai, a gente luta, a gente vai fazendo bem onde for. Eu vou bombardear de amor seu coração. Vou te mostrar que amar é bom. Vou te mostrar que amar é bom. Eu vou bombardear de amor seu coração. Vou te mostrar que amar é bom. Vou te mostrar que amar é bom. Viver, sorrir, eu vou levar por aí. Amor, amor, viver, cantar, sorrir, eu vou levar por aí. Amor, eu vou bombardear de amor seu coração. Te mostrar que amar é bom, te mostrar que amar é bom. Eu vou bombardear de amor seu coração. Te mostrar que amar é bom, te mostrar que amar é Thank you so much.
Diego Brazuka and KWJUDAS here on Free Radio Provo. Thank you all for
The best
listening.
of Provo.
The best.
The number one.
The only. Provo Free Radio. Free Provo.
I should have a Brazilian show here.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right.
you kind of got the market cornered here, don't you?
Right? Yeah, we have lots of Brazilians.
That's that's why so many people come to your shows, is because you're the only one doing it.
KWJUDAS no Brasil. Eu sou o Diego Campos e estou aqui na KWJUDAS fazendo o melhor de Provo.
Ah, God damn it, your voice is better than mine.
Dang.
I'm not doing my actual radio voice though.
If you know Portuguese, leave your comment below.
Thank you. He didn't say anything bad about me, did he?
Just talking about your whole family.
I wouldn't know. That's not fair. God damn it. I'm going to take another. I mean, I'll wait for that. So.
Another drip of doTERRA.
Another
essential oils.
sip of coffee here. I'm trying not to drink here, folks.
Yeah.
I'm trying to stay off the bandwagon.
Yeah, this is a very clean night at the KWJUDAS. Probably the,
Yeah, there's like nobody here. There's no booze.
What do you
It's
mean?
a Thursday night.
There's 100 people here. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, well, again, they can't cheer or clap because they all don't want to spread their cooties.
Don't talk, guys.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that.
So what's the questions you have for me? I'm concerned.
So, well, now I've kind of forgot.
If you remember.
How much? Well, I was kind of curious if you could what would you say is the ratio of songs you have in English versus songs you have in Portuguese?
Oh, I'm
Say it's about half and half.
No, it's way less than that. I wanted to write more in English, but I've been writing in Portuguese for so long. I had my very first song that I wrote playing in the radio when I was 16. I used to write for other bands, right? Like it's a common thing in Brazil for you to record.
So when you say that, do you mean you were like a ghostwriter, like you weren't in the band at all?
I was not in the band. I wasn't a ghostwriter because I got the credits. It's very like I just gave them.
But you weren't in the band and you didn't actually play the music.
No, for those particular songs, no. But I did have one band around the same time that recorded a song of mine as well. So around that time, believe it or not, I had 3 songs playing in the radio.
This is
at
in
the same
Brazil
time. That's in Brazil.
America?
This is when I was 16.
Cool.
So
you were doing that shit when you were 16.
Yeah, dude.
Damn.
Yeah. So,
how do you get those kind of connections? You know, like at that early of an age.
Yeah, the city where I'm from, it's very music inclined.
And that's Rio.
That's called Cabo Frio. It's like 2 hours north of Rio.
Okay.
So there's lots of music. You know, it's a tour town. Think about like Park City in Rio, right?
Right.
So there's a lot of like tourists throughout the year. So lots of small shows happening. So
that's cool.
Tons of musicians there. You know,
lots
of
artists.
Lots of
artsy fartsy folk.
Exactly.
So what brings all the tourists to this town?
The beach, right? Mostly
it's
like
a beach town.
Yeah, it is a beach town. You know.
There's no like I don't know cool like species of indigenous animal that doesn't live anywhere
They do
else.
have some
people come there
they
just
do
to
have some
research.
Yeah, they do a lot of it. Depends on throughout the year. Mostly like related to sports. They do have a kite surf event.
Kite surf? Oh, I've seen people kite surfing. That shit is gnarly.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. They do a lot of surfing as well. They used to have the marlin fishing tournament. You know, like the swordfish and stuff. I don't know if they still do those. So it's a pretty cool place. If you like the beach,
I love fishing.
Yeah, me too. Same. My dad's a fisherman, so shout out to my dad.
Hell yeah. Have you done any fishing here in Utah?
I've done it some, but
you and me,
we need
still
to go.
never gone.
Yeah, because I think you don't do fly fishing, right?
I don't know how. It's not like I'm against it or anything.
Yeah,
I've
tried.
I gotta learn.
I respect the art.
Yeah, it's an art.
But I love eating fish.
Me
so
too.
I get very frustrated when I don't catch anything. And fly fishing, it is so challenging to catch one fish.
Yeah.
It's not for something. I'm used to drop the line and come back with like 3 on a hook. You know what I mean? So
not only that, but fly fishermen they generally encourage catch and release. Not all the time, but generally, especially if you want a guy to take you under his wing and show you the places and show you the ropes. He's more than likely going to insist that you let the fish go.
Yeah.
If he shows you where the good spots are, the big fish are at, he wants those big fish to stay there, And so, I generally fish to eat too. And kind of like you were saying, it's like if I'm going to go fishing, I want to at least go out and know that my chances of getting something to eat are a lot better.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, there's obviously never a surefire thing, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, so I love fishing. I need to take you to Brazil so we can go fishing there. You'll love it.
What's the legal as far as getting licenses?
It's funny because you don't need a license to unless you're a commercial fisherman. Even
really?
if you're just doing if you're local, depending on the size. Of course, there is some sizes that you shouldn't catch, but you don't need a license to fish in Brazil. At least where I'm from.
No
yeah,
shit.
you just go there by the beach and whatever you want to go and just catch a fish and take it home. And I used to complain to my dad, fish again for lunch, fish again for dinner, and now I miss it so much.
I'm mostly pescatarian, and so I fish almost every day.
Yeah, I would do that too if I could.
But around here, you're kind of limited,
Yeah, I'm not. I love fish. I will eat freshwater fish anytime, but I prefer saltwater fish. I think
I thought you were gonna say beef.
Yeah, no. I think I'll take fish over beef anytime if it's the way well made.
I think it kind of depends on the fish.
And I like meat a lot.
And the beef.
Yeah, but fish is my thing. Seafood, anytime.
I just had a very excellent cut of meat just the other day while I was down in Escalante.
Where's that?
It was
why there's no food here? I heard you serve this amazing food to every guest.
I thought you were bringing the
Yeah.
Brazilian
So-
cuisine.
I brought the Brazilian.
You brought over some squash. Damn it!
Yeah.
Just because you have squash in Brazil, I
Yeah.
mean, we have squash here too.
Well, but that's squash from my garden.
Oh yeah. I guess that makes it
Yeah.
special.
Ooh.
You want to play another song?
Sure. Let's play.
That sounds like the thing to do.
Yeah. Let's play something old that you're gonna recognize, like
Something
from,
about fish.
from Wizard Time, and then something that's in English too. It's been a while since I played this song, to be honest.
All right. KWJUDAS, Diego Brazuka.
The sun is shining, I feel so good. You took my heart, you took my soul. Every time I close my eyes, wish you were here. You were here, now. Every day I wake, there's no one there. Every night I reach, I feel this bad. Babe, it's time to move on. Please let me go. Let me go. Let me go, que não sei o que eu fiz. Let me go, se nunca foi feliz. Let me go, que eu me vejo sozinho. Let me go, deixa eu seguir meu caminho. Let me go. Let me go. Oh, let me go, que eu sei o que eu fiz. Let me go, se nunca foi feliz. Let me go, que eu me vejo sozinho. Let me go, deixa eu seguir meu caminho. Let me go. Let me go. Baby, let me go. Você pediu, eu vou. Baby, let me go. Você pediu, eu vou. Let me go. Let me go. Let me go. Porque não sei o que eu fiz. Let me go. Se nunca foi feliz. Let me go. Me vira sozinho. Let me go. Let me go. Let me go. Salve, salve. Xavier Bass. Miss you, buddy.
Yes, as a lot of you listeners right now aren't aware, Diego is used to playing with a little more company than this, but I kind of like it when you do your solo stuff.
Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, I know you. You're always like, it's funny. I really need to thank you, man, because I feel like you are a very important, like, person to have in the scene. I think people don't realize how you booked a lot of bands and artists like that wouldn't have like a spot to perform. I've seen like several bands from
Damn straight.
different backgrounds and different genres, and having someone to open the door for the Brazilian music, especially original Brazilian music, that was pretty cool, man. So I have to thank you.
Well, you're welcome. I like to give people a chance that really don't or may not have one elsewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like up in Salt Lake, for example, especially nowadays, it can be tough to find gigs, especially if nobody knows who you are and you don't have your foot in any doors, and especially if you're doing something different. And I got a lot of friends and people I don't even know that well that just make really cool music, and they're doing something different. And there used to be venues like, say, I don't know, Bert's Tiki Lounge. Did you ever play there?
Nah.
It's not around anymore. And there's other places that were like it that you didn't really have to. Sure, if they knew who you were, you'd get better gigs. You'd get better paying gigs. You'd get put on weekends. But you could at least work your way up. If nobody knew who you were and you were a brand new band and you were just doing something different, or if you weren't, you could still, they'd put you on, say, a weeknight.
Yep.
And
so you can try out, and then
if you do good, then you work your way up, kind of thing.
But at least you have that tryout day type of thing. I think it's rare to, to have. Everybody wants the bands, especially these days. Like, we are a very busy band. fortunately right now, but it took us a little while, and of course we were lucky to have people like you open the doors for us. But I'm not a huge fan of venues that require you to bring a ton, like that put so much pressure on the ticket sales. Like, I understand the business, I understand that they need to make money too.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. I feel like I think the band needs to have a chance to acquire a crowd, right? Like, to develop their fan base.
Right.
Because like, if the requirement for them to play at your venue is a fan base, like, then
or that you'll sell X amount of tickets.
Yeah, where did you start? You know, like, I truly believe that if you have a band, at least your friends, your family, like the people around you, you know, they should be on your shows. Like, you should at least invite them. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you need to do your part, but you can only do so much. You know, like the only way to grow your fan base is actually performing, so they know who you are.
Well, it's kind of a symbiosis. Too many venues will complain about bands that don't bring any people, and then it goes the same way.
Exactly.
Bands will complain about venues that are only counting on the bands to bring any people.
Yeah.
And both need to do their part. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's especially when it comes to like an all ages venue.
Exactly. Yeah.
They don't have anything else that's bringing people to that place, unlike a bar.
Yeah.
You know, the bar will at least have some people who aren't even there for the show.
Yeah.
And it's a lot easier to get paid at bar shows. But, you know, that being said, when it's a bar who still complains about bands not bringing people, when it's kind of like, you're a bar, you should already have people coming in. If you're going to complain about that, it kind of shows that you are using bands just to get customers into your business.
Yeah, of course. I feel like the bar owner or the promoter, like, they should at least have an idea of your music, right? Like,
well, of course,
you should have at least a demo, even if it's just something acoustic, something to show them what they're about to hear. Because if like they're like you're not a good fit, I think they do have a right to say, hey, maybe you're not a good fit for this. But if they know your music and they like it, and then they still want you to bring a lot of people in with not really doing their part, which was the thing that I really like when you were promoting stuff, because we had flyers made, we have like physical copies of things that show that the venue were like interested as much as you are, like, on promoting the show. Like, they do wanted to help you out, and I think that motivates the artist too, right? It goes both ways. Like, when you see the artist like really involved on promoting their stuff, then like the venue doing like helping out as well, I think that's how you make like a successful scene, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, I wasn't like perfect at what I did or anything, but the two venues that I've ran, you know, Steamers and City Limits, as I was saying, I give everybody a chance at least once. I don't think there was ever a time that I had to just permanently tell a band, sorry, but we're not booking you anymore. You know, and what sucks about that is I have been told that by many venues.
Yeah.
City Limits now being one of them.
Yeah.
And same with ABGs. They won't even tell me why, but it kind of sucks when you are from a place and the only two bars in the whole damn town won't work with you, and one of them won't even tell you why, and it might have been because you used to work with their nemesis, and now you don't anymore, but it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just makes getting gigs even harder.
City Limits being good to us still to this day. I'm sure you can get back there if you want. But ABGs,
well, they did me dirty.
Yeah, ABGs it's an interesting place because I feel like they're just on a comfort zone, right? Like City Limits and ABGs is like, it's the only two options you have as far as bars in the Provo area.
Yeah.
So
which sucks.
Exactly. I really feel like they should consider giving more liquor license, so people can get more drunk, because I feel like people that want to get drunk don't, you don't need a bar for that. But
right.
I think it's just to like to promote diversity and open up like other opportunities, because that's how you get there. You know what I mean? Like, and then they can do whatever they want, because it's like, ABGs know they're going to be packed regardless if they have a show or not. People are still going to show up to drink and to eat or whatever, Right.
So,
and that, yeah.
And what, Provo City, I think especially, what I've heard is that the BYU actually owns the liquor licenses.
Oh, really?
And they sit on them so that nobody else can use them.
Really?
I don't know how true that is, but that's what I've heard.
I think it's the state on the liquor license, doesn't it? Like,
well, the state they only are able to provide a certain number of liquor licenses per year.
Exactly.
I think that's how it works, and BYU buys up every one of them they can and holds on to them for as long as they can.
So they auction the thing?
I think they just hold on to it just so less people can have a liquor license.
Oh, I see. Well,
just to be dicks. Now, you'd have to look that one up, but that's things that I've heard from multiple different sources.
Yeah.
And so basically the trick is trying to get a liquor license out from under BYU, like waiting for one of them to maybe expire and they don't renew it. Again, I don't know enough about this.
Yeah, I think maybe we just need to, like, doesn't really need to be at the bar. Maybe we just need to start like branching out from venues, you know what I mean? Like you say, like all ages stuff, it's pretty cool too. You know, I think we can make things happen. I think you just need to help us with, you know, like a little bit of a. I think that the scene in the Utah County is very spread out. You have those small groups,
right?
You know, like they don't really get together to make something like huge. You know what I mean? Like you have this more like underground scene, which I feel like we fit in a little bit. And then we have like the velour, like bands and stuff like that, right? And you have like the more, you know, the jazz guys and stuff. But it's always like everybody on their own groups or the little tribes like that. And I feel like let's say if we had like this major festival, right, that you have all genres and stuff like that, and just to connect people on promoting the good stuff, because there's so much talent in this area, dude. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
And that was another thing that I would also try and do with City Limits and Steamers was not be limited to any one genre or one style.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we would have reggae, we'd have rap, we'd have experimental stuff, we'd have, of course, rock and metal.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that kind of proved to be a little bit of the downfall of the things between me and them. Is at first they were like, yeah, we'll book anybody. We're interested in all genres. And of course, I know of some genres that they've probably never even heard of, like noise, experimental music and stuff. I'd usually keep that out of there. But yeah, I booked a drone band, and it got a lot of complaints.
Oh, wow.
You know, and even booking like DJs sometimes would get complaints.
Yeah. I think that's what I'm saying. Like, I think you need. It's cool that you allowed them, but I think you just need to have more communication. I think when something's super experimental, you need to. Honestly, I feel like you should open your doors for music. That's my opinion. But
no,
I also understand the business aspect. Like if your music's making people go away.
Yeah, and you know, of course, those were bands that there were some that earlier I said, I've never said that we can't work with you anymore to another band. I have had to say that I can't book you anymore at this venue.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's nice that you have.
So I'll still try and find shows for you.
Yeah.
I do a lot of house shows because of everything we've just talked about.
Yeah.
And house shows are fine because you call the shots for the most part. You know, as long as you wrap up in a reasonable hour.
You have that freedom, right? Like to do it.
Yeah, you can book whoever you want, and if people don't like it, then they can go outside and have a cigarette or something.
Exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, running a venue is fun, but especially as an artist myself, it takes up a lot of your time.
Totally, yeah, I believe that.
Even having your own radio show, especially in the last couple of weeks, goddamn, you don't even know how much work it has been getting KWJUDAS updated to where it is now.
Yeah, there's something that I really like. Before I forget, man, I need to give you kudos to all the work you've been doing, like archiving the local music.
Oh yeah.
Dude, that's fantastic, man. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like people need to appreciate people like you, like there's a lot more, like, other people helping out, promoting stuff, like, creating cool things in Utah. And that's definitely one of those things. Like, I don't know, like, that's probably the perks of booking all those shows over those years, because you have all, you know, those CDs and the demos and stuff like that. You got to know tons of different bands that the majority of them like disappear, right? Like, or they're not even together anymore. And I believe that some of them didn't even have that music that you archived. Like, you know what I mean?
It's true.
So that's
I put CDs that I used to have of some of my favorite bands And when I contacted them and told them, hey, either I put this on YouTube already, or do you mind if I put this on YouTube?
Yeah.
And they're just like, holy shit, I don't even have recordings of that anymore.
Exactly.
So
dude.
yes, please put it up.
So I think it's amazing, man. And I know that's something that you're doing for the pure love of.
Yeah, I don't get paid for this.
Of music. Yeah, it's like there's
I
no.
should, but nah, I don't make a dime off this.
Exactly. So yeah, if you listen to this and if you have a business or something that you think you could benefit having a sponsor here on this show to help Judas keep doing what he's doing, please reach out to him because I think it's dope, you know. So yeah, come promote. I'm sure he will give you a good deal.
Yeah,
To put your brand on this show.
Should have some way you can donate money.
Yeah, your Venmo or something. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Venmo me money.
People will do that. I'm gonna do that right after this. I'm gonna Venmo you something.
It's Judas.
I'm paying to.
Dash
I'm bribing
G
Judas.
-1.
Yeah, I think you should put that on your page.
Yeah, maybe I should.
Yeah, for real. Like on the description of the.
I can't just live off peanut shells my whole life.
Put in a description of each episode, so people can contribute. Even if it's like $1 or whatever you can do, just Venmo Judas, man. You're welcome.
All right, I'm doing it. God damn it. Maybe finally I'll make something besides peanut shells off this show. So it looks like we got about let's see, a little over 10 minutes. So you want to do another song here, and I'll try and get this Derpenschlee commercial up. Diego Brazuka.
This one's called Are. We're going to be releasing very soon. We actually have a live version that we recorded in Brazil. That's pretty cool.
Word.
Na praia ainda não rolou. O jogo aqui tá osso, mas tá sobrando amor. Deixe ficar, o Brasil é tanto sou. Temos tão pouco tempo pra viver nossos sonhos. Deixe ficar só o que for de bom. Aproveita o momento pra dizer eu te amo. Are, 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 are. Reggae music. Vivendo a vida no macete, com a ajuda dos amigos tá perfect. Encurralando o mal contra a parede, enfrento cada chefe tete a tete. Meu escritório na praia ainda não rolou. O jogo aqui tá osso, mas tá sobrando amor. Deixe viver, o mestre já cantou. Temos tão pouco tempo pra viver nosso sonho. Deixe ficar só o que for de bom. Aproveita o momento pra dizer eu te amo. Are, 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 are. Are means good vibes. I'm happy to be here. So Judas, Are, Are. Are. Can you say Are, Judas?
Ade?
Are.
Is that with an R or a D?
Yeah, with an R. Are.
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 What is that?
Are.
What the hell's an are?
Are. It's actually it's something that my friends and I like. It's our little scene in Cabo Frio and the area right there when we don't see each other like for a long time, or when we're happy to see someone. Are. Like it's something like you're.
So you made that up?
I didn't.
Just you and your group?
It's something that's been happening to my group, and I just documented it in a song.
So you guys made that up? It's like your little thing?
Yeah. I honestly have no idea who started it, but it's something that every everybody there. That's the way they talk to each other.
Kind of like how we all say the word queasty,
Exactly. Yeah.
just like our friends.
Or Schlongbob type of
Schlongbob.
Schlongbob.
Speaking of Schlongbob, that's another one of Diego's esteemed accompanists on the Schlongbone.
Yeah, it's funny because my first band with Wizard Wizard was playing with you, and then I stole Adam as well.
Yeah, you're a bastard.
Yeah, but then you got
Wizard doesn't play with.
But then you got Brooksy and you got Steve, so we're even now.
Brooks doesn't count for obvious reasons.
I know, but counted at.
And you still played with him too, damn it. So wait, Steve doesn't play with you?
He does.
I thought he did.
No, he's still But Adam was.
But he was playing with you
Adam
first.
and Wizard was still playing with you. I didn't steal I just borrowed.
I get you. But yeah, Steve was playing with you first, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was
like
playing
long
with me first.
before he joined Delphi Quorum.
I put Steve in the scene, regardless of what he say next time he comes in.
Oh, dude, he's gonna fight you over that.
I'm responsible for the man he is.
Oh shit, Steve! I hope you're listening right now.
I love you, Steve.
Stevie's gonna get steamy. You're gonna turn him into Steamy Ravos.
Stevie became like a great friend, man. That's awesome. Like freaking talented dude. And his brother's in the band right now. Yeah. So.
And we were hoping to have him on the show today, but he's also a very busy, talented dude.
Yeah, he's.
Everybody
wants a little piece of Steve right now.
Yeah. Well, can you blame him? He's young, fresh meat.
Yeah. Right.
I had to sink my teeth into that. Well, I could. So, when I said we had about 50 or 10, I failed at that sentence. We got about 13 minutes, exactly. 13 minutes. So, can we do another song, and we'll go to the commercial?
Sounds good, my friend. So, a few days ago, I got a message from a friend in Brazil from my hometown. So my mom is from Minas Gerais, which is a different state. My dad's from Rio. I lived in Minas Gerais until I was like 13. I always spent summers in Rio, and I don't know, 10 years ago, so I wrote a song with my memories of living in Minas Gerais, right? Like as a boy.
Right.
And then I posted on Facebook just to tag a few friends from the town, because my mom's still there, her family still lives there. And then the song just became viral in town. It's a small town. So was yesterday or 2 days ago, I got a message from a friend there that works in the city with a video of a teacher, like actually the kids from my town learning my song in class, dude. Like this is a public school.
Wow.
And that was like probably the highlight of my music career. I think I couldn't ask for anything more than that.
Yeah, it's quite the moment.
Right? Like to have like someone actually teaching my song, something I wrote with not a lot of expectation, and being taught and being passed to the new generation. It was freaking humble. So humbling. So now I'm gonna play a little bit of that song. It's called Lembranças de Menino, so a little boy memories, something like that.
Diego Brazuka, KWJUDAS, Free Radio Provo.
Vejo menino brincando no alto do escadão. Vejo menino brincando na linha do trem. Vejo uma bola rolando no tubo da estação. Quero estar lá também. Já tem papagaio no alto, tem festa lá no Chocotó. De dia é jogo no Rio, de noite eu vou pro forró. São Gera, a cidade mais linda da zona da Mata Mineira. Saudade das festas juninas e do canudinho da doceira. Oi, 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 oi. São Gerais. da broa de milho, é o troco no banco da praça, é o gosto do abacatinho, jogo de botão na calçada, da briga pra ser coroinha, vou dar pneu lá no morro, de comer café com farinha. São Gerês, São Gerês, São Geral. São Gerês, São Gerês, São Gerês, São Geral. Oi, ô São Gerês, oi, ô São Geral, oi, ô São Gerês. Deus, quando eu era menino, naquela casinha amarela, saudade dos gritos da mãe e de ver o trem da janela. Salve, salve, São Geraldo.
Behold, I am the wizard. Oh, shit, Derpinschley guy. You almost had me there. I about peed my Pampers. Oh, how on earth did you know it was me, Derpin kid? Well, you don't have a beard, sir. Oh, no. Well, geez, sir, this gives me a chance to share an idea I've been wanting to pitch to Derpinschley for years. Well, what's that, young companion? Well, you see, every time I grow a pubic hair, I shave it off, and I've been weaving it into this fake with... Whoa, chum, you can't just make people put pubes on their face. You need a catchy jingle. Oh, okay, here it goes. Wizard pube beard, wizard pube. It goes on your face, and then you say your grace. It's wizard pube beard. Yeah. Brought to you by Derpinschley. And remember, if it doesn't say Derpin, it's not Derpinschley. Wow, that was tough doing that one by myself.
Dude, and just for the record, he just wrote that thing like on the spot right now.
That's how we do it.
That was pretty cool. Yeah.
It helps when you have multiple personalities.
Yeah, you better put this on a Rick and Morty show. Yeah.
All right, do we have time for one more song, Diego?
Sure, why not?
Okay, I know you got to get out of here, so we'll just cut it right after that song and bid you all farewell. Thank you all for listening. This is Diego Brazuka, KWJUDAS, Free Radio Provo.
Thank you so much, Judas. KWJUDAS.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure to be here. This one's called Tu e Eu. It's already out. We have a really cool video that we filmed in Brazil as well. Yeah, it's just passed like 20,000 streams on Spotify, which is not a lot for a bunch of big artists out there, but for us it was a big deal, so thank you very much.
It's more than MC Grundle got.
Eu, você, canto na roça, a gente se enrosca e vive de amor. Tu e eu, banho de rio, pra dar calafrio quando a pele tocar. Eu, você, canto na roça, a gente se enrosca e vive de amor. Tu e eu, banho de rio, pra dar calafrio quando a pele tocar. E nossa explosão de amor dá pra ver de longe, que é pra compensar a dor de estarmos distantes. Todo sonho baseado na luz tem seus encantos. Então coloca o seu vestido de flor que eu tô chegando. Neraio, paracunde, paracundu, neraio. Neraio, de paracundu, neraio. Neraio, paracunde, paracundu. Thank you so much, thank you so much. Neraio, paracunde, paracundu. KWJUDAS. Paracunde, paracundu.
We'd like to thank you all for joining us on another exciting episode of KWJUDAS on Free Radio Provo. We now turn you back to your regular free radio programming. Thank you.